Larry, it's wonderful to have you on Floor Talk. Thanks for joining me today.
Nice, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So Larry, let's start off by talking about the company. Tell me about Envoy and your mission.
Yeah, Envoy's been around for a while now. It's been around since 2013. We're trying to make workplaces a great place and really rethinking the experience inside of it. It all started from what was basically a very simple thing of, hey, people are building all these great technologies for the world, but what about where they actually build the technologies themselves? So Envoy started as a visitor management system to make the process of getting people into an office faster, but then it expanded now, especially recently after COVID and all that, into the rest of the office, from desking to meeting rooms to events to mapping to emergencies and all that goodness, to try to make that workplace a little bit more interconnected and interesting for people.
And Larry, why do you think your technology is a must-have instead of a nice-to-have for businesses as they navigate the ever-changing workplace?
Yeah, I mean, that's the classic question these days, and it's an important one. I think it's, unless your business is doing something critical, something really important, something really fundamental to the business, that budget's not getting renewed and they're not getting that money. So it's really important for us that what we do is we help with the critical security in and out of the building. We help with cost savings around like just automating as much as possible. For example, if you have a front desk person that is in a different office or they're unavailable, you can literally go up to a screen at the front desk, say hi to it, it'll connect you to somebody anywhere in the company that's available that knows the office and it can help you. So it's that kind of automation and that kind of efficiency that companies really need today, and that's really what we're trying to appeal to, and our customers seem to like it.
Now, there's another surge of RTO strategies coming with companies now getting ready to require employees to return to the office 5 days a week. What does this mean for the workplace we know now? And how can this transition be made as smooth as possible?
Yeah, I think it's like companies being clear that this is what we want and this is where we want to end up is the most important thing they can do. That's the most important. This is all happening though because companies it's a tough time for companies these days. It's really hard. They don't know exactly what to do. What they do know is that they need to put more effort, more work, more attention to everything. And I think that the conveniences and comforts of home aren't necessarily the best options for a company that's struggling to figure out their stuff. So what we're seeing more and more, and even just recently now with companies like Salesforce and Amazon, it's like, hey guys, we got to get really to figuring these things out. Forcing those uncomfortable moments and those like tough situations is how problems get solved. And I think we're going to just see more and more companies kind of transitioning to this. At least us as Envoy, we're seeing this. We power over 6,000 companies, and we have the data that shows literally every single company is ramping up, not down their policies. They're going from like suggested to required to mandatory. I mean, we're trying to make it easier for people. We're trying to make it simple such that when they do show up, they know where to go, they know what to do, they know who they sit with, they know like the events going on that day. So we're trying to bring some happiness to the whole process, but yeah, it is a little bit uncomfortable for folks, and whatever companies can do to help is important there.
All right, and finally, Larry, tell me, what's next for Envoy? What new technologies and trends are you trying to tackle as a company?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about unifying everything around the workplace. If somebody can show up to the office and say like, hey, I need a meeting room today, I need it for these 3 people, or I need it for the people on my team, it should know who the people on the team are. It should know what rooms are near you. It should know that you're in a different office next week, and it should be able to book that stuff for you automatically. So we're trying to create kind of an assistant for the workplace, but at the same time, linking and indexing all of the physical things around the office, making everyone's lives a lot easier, a lot more efficient, and so they can actually focus on their job, even though they're in a different environment than they're probably used to.
Well, Larry, it's been wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Nice, thanks for having me.